what isn't nearly as cute as people think it is. Post what you think about it. Enjoy watching it. Story 1, cats. They spray stinky urine all over, ruin furniture, scratch people, carry ticks and fleas, poop indoors and outdoors. Outdoor poop sometimes done in the same sandy spots, so they just paw through old poop. The risk that their poop carries to everyone on general, but mostly pregnant women, and also contributing to repeat miscarriages which family went through, but didn't know it was actually the cat causing it. Story 2, predator and prey animals playing together. Birds and rodents should not be out interacting with cats and dogs. Rabbits are not friends with dogs. Rabbits are also known to be extremely sensitive and easily stressed. Just because they are not hurting each other does not mean they are friends or are playing together. Story 3, pet parrots. People laugh at their parrots because they say, repeat, silly stuff, and love them like a dog and think their parrots love them back. But I imagine most of them are probably trying to say, please set me free, in words they could not understand. They're not domestic animals, and I don't think they enjoy being in a cage or with their wings cut. Yes, they may adapt and look happy somehow, but it's still not their optimal way to live. Worst part, if you set them free at this point, they'd probably end as some cat dinner because they lack survival instinct. But man, their owner's disconnection from reality, sad AF. Edit. Most of them would also outlive their owners and may end in some unwanted place. Jeez. Story 4, ordering metric fuck tons of shit. My GF gets inundated with reels and whatever that are like. When my husband sees all these new Amazon packages, and the person playing coy like it's some cute quirk. It's not, it's shopping addiction, and I know you are over-leveraged up to your pretty little neck, ordering makeup you don't even wear. It's not cute. Story 5, small dogs. As someone who walks with big dogs, and I mean proper big dogs while being 5'2" myself, I fucking hate, edit, untrained, small dogs, and, edit, lax, small dog owners. I hate when they go, they just want to play. Get that squeaking rat away from me, because if my dog barks back or shows his teeth, they will definitely label me as the aggressor, bad owner. My dogs are double trained and very well behaved, but God forbid one of them has an off day and actually attacks them. Story 6, a lot of animal trends. I've seen trends where people have purposely provoked their dogs, cats, and they have snapped at them, or they laugh at their dog for having obvious behavior issues instead of trying to help them. IDK call me sensitive, but it just feels wrong, especially when someone's doing it to their rescue dog. Story 7. This post has taught me that an average Redditor has no fucking idea what children are, why they behave the way they do, or why your friends want to share their happiness with you by showing you pictures of their kids. Entitled assholes ridiculing people on the internet for completely normal things. I don't even have kids, but this thread is horrible to read. Story 8. Toddlers swearing and being disrespectful to their parents. And when someone says that in the comments, everyone comes with pitchforks that every baby has the right to express themselves. Since when does expressing yourself become equal to calling you mothers the F word and the B word and even slapping them? Story 9. Anything to do with elephants on a vacation, riding them, swimming with them in the ocean, even fake sanctuaries where you hang out with them. All of it is a scam and involves elephants who are highly intelligent and emotional creatures who love their families dearly, being ripped from their loved ones and tortured until they obey humans out of fear of pain. There are literally a tiny handful of sanctuaries actually certified as legit, and they don't let you near the elephants. And everything else is you giving your money to piece of shit animal abusers. Story 10. Being toxic, not knowing what to eat, shawties that base their entire personality off of being an alcoholic, saying something in a hating manner and laughing after so that you're playing it off, a constant need to be in designer stuff, running your mouth because you can, but not because you should, being volunteered for violence, and a few more I can't think of off of top of my head. Story 11. Sloths. They're disgusting. Their claws are sharp and gross. Their teeth lack enamel and their mouths are so disgusting that if you get bitten by one, it's likely to cause a dangerous infection. Not that they'd bite you maliciously. They're just so freaking stupid that they can't tell the difference between their food and the hand that's holding it. Also, they drop a week's worth of poop at once. It goes everywhere and it smells worse than death. Story 12. My roommate who hasn't dealt with her cat or dog's ear infections in 8 months, giggling and asking if we can steal a neighborhood cat whose owners I know well. Same bee texting me a week later asking if we can rescue cats. Take your asterisking animals to the vet, bro. Trying to adopt animals when you really haven't thought it through and aren't in a place for it is not cute. Story 13. Boy moms. I am one, it's not a personality trait for me though. Dogs with separation anxiety. Next door dog barks pretty much every second when alone. It's seriously hurting my mental health with all the noise. They think it's funny cute. Train your fucking dog or get it some meds. This has been going on for a year now. Kids making a mess in public and not cleaning it up. TikTok dances at work. Please just stop. Story 14. Seeing a litter of puppies with their mommy and daddy. Many of those poor dogs are kept in awful conditions simply to be bred, not to mention all the dogs dying in shelters because everyone wants a cute puppy. It annoys me when I see OMG how cute in the comments, because of course the actual puppies are cute, but often the backstory is not as cute. Story 15. Petting zoos. Speaking in memes or using memes as an adult, too often, hating religion, God, and being a smart ass about it. Having decorations take with them everywhere, displays of celebrities. The term adulting, thinking they deserve an award for doing tasks, or still expecting to hear good job every time as an adult for either being good, doing good, or being talented. Yes, obviously every once in a while, or if it was a large task, but don't be starved for it. For having a good job, being an expert or a genius and being like a smug child, being told they did a good job for like helping with a meager task. I'm not sorry for saying this. Everyone should be a genius and an expert at everything. It's the same thing as you're not a good person for holding a door open, that's what you're supposed to do. I don't find it special. I just think it's something they should do. IDK, there might be some weird scenarios where being an expert at something as mundane as painting might save someone or yourself. Or knowing how many yellow houses are in movies and what the references are. My great-grandpa used to read the dictionary. Story 16. When you spontaneously decide to test my patience and play dumb about trying to be irritating and forcing the situation to go exactly how you whim. Like, are we adults? Can you treat me less like shit than the common asshole? I shouldn't have to humiliate myself for someone, especially someone who would be appalled by me being abused by myself or any other. But tee-hee, I'm so aloof and free-spirited and maybe on coke. You never know. Story 17. As a zookeeper. Koalas. They are not as cute and cuddly as people think. They have wicked sharp teeth and claws and will use them. Penguins, known for raping other penguins, dead penguins, and even baby penguins. They also kidnap chicks and accidentally kill them regularly. Dolphins. Any crime you can think of, a dolphin will and probably has done. They should be feared way more than sharks. Zebras. They will kidnap females and rape them. If the female is pregnant, they will rape her until she aborts or gives birth. If she gives birth, they will violently kick the foal to death in a twisted game of soccer. Story 18. Rabbit shows and generally all pedigree breeding. With rabbits in particular, if the babies aren't show quality, perfect. I'm talking one toenail a different color than the others. One blotch of pigmentation in the fur where this particular breed isn't supposed to have one. Even just an undesirable body shape for competition, and the breeders cull them. Most of them just snap their necks by hand and feed the babies or young imperfects carcasses to their dogs. Then try to continue breeding out the imperfections. They usually breed so many, they live their entire lives in cages stacked on top of each other, piling up in their own waste, and infections always threaten to spread through the flock. It's not an exaggeration. I didn't know until I met a rabbit breeder who brought me to a show because I love rabbits, one who sold pets and did rabbit shows. I wish PETA would actually seriously shut this down. I think it's genuinely awful. Story 19. Girls talking in baby voices in public. The way K-pop presents girls in general as though they are little kids. The whole act cute thing makes me cringe so badly, and I just know those girls are dying on the inside every time they are made to be cutesy or dressed like a sexualized 4-year-old. I think it is in its peak now, but will very soon fizzle out and we'll look back on it like, that was a weird time, huh? Story 20. Small dogs that haven't been taught to behave. My MIL got the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel she always wanted years ago, and neither got him neutered nor trained him out of food aggression. I mean, the boy was a sweetheart when you weren't playing keep away with a treat, or trying to get some crud out of his eye, but she insisted that at some point, she was hoping to breed this dog, a literal runt whose paperwork from the vet noted his aggression, for temperament. I mean, that's just a rant from me about one dog, but there really is a sentiment that small dogs are allowed to misbehave in ways larger dogs aren't, because they're feisty. And no, that's an ill-trained dog who would be dangerous and probably picked up by animal control if they were bigger. Story 21. Koalas. They have a better PR guy than Jesus. We see politicians getting pissed on by a cute cuddly baby one, and all go, "Oh, how cute." But in reality, out in the wild, they're savage beasts, and much bigger than the ones trotted out for public sympathy. People think drop bears are a fun, made-up bullshit animal. No, it's the true name of koalas in the wild. Story 22. As a cat lover, these are things I don't find cute about your cat. I hate cat owners that let their cats be outdoor cats. They're a terror to and bad for local wildlife. Cat owners that don't neuter or spay their cat. Why did you get a cat that you aren't taking responsibility for getting them desexed? Cats that are out of control when they're not getting the mental and physical stimulation from playtime due to negligent owners. Story 23. Any video posted of doing a good deed. My Christian upbringing warns against this. Note, living a moral life is a good thing, without a discussion of religion or lack of religion. Do good stuff anonymously. Matthew 6:1-4. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honored by others. Story 24 Labs, they're getting really inbred at this point. I dislike golden doodles because they're some of the most aggressive, hyperactive, and neurotic dogs I've had the displeasure of being around. Pretty much any doodle is going to come from a backyard breeder not doing health or temperament checks and selling them with false claims of health. Hybrid vigor isn't a thing, and breeds aren't hybrids, and being hypoallergenic. None of lines, if any of these are well enough established to have predictable coats. And in mixes where they are trying to create certain color patterns, like Merle, they are actually introducing more health problems. And several breeds have shrinking gene pools, with breeders starting to lose adherence to the breed standard, trying to make them more flashy. American German Shepherds, French Bulldogs, and Pugs are especially egregious cases. Story 25 Girls who take on anime girl personality traits on an almost daily basis, like talking high-pitched, pulling facial expressions accompanied by some vocal sound when reacting to certain situations. And one particularly bad trait is acting like a goddamn cat hybrid character. It's not cute. It warrants chucking you in a loony bin. Story 26 I, 30F, have a friend, 30F, who bats her eyelashes and talks in a baby voice when she asks for thins. It makes me immediately want to say, hell no. It's so cringy and gross. She's otherwise a good person, but I think she needs an intervention. Not cute. Story 27. Most pet videos where the animals are clearly distressed and respond by doing behaviors that are misinterpreted by humans. Like one video where a bunny is sitting motionless while a big dog is trying to play with it, and everyone's laughing and saying, "Ooh, the bunny is so calm and friendly." No, he's literally freezing up in terror at a perceived predator, and the dog's rambunctious play could seriously hurt the bunny. The two shouldn't even be allowed to be close to each other without the dog being leashed and a person holding the bunny at the very least. And yet, things like that get lots of likes and shares on IG and TikTok. Story 28 years ago, the stations really pushed local businesses to do this. Ad guy laid it on really thick when I got guilted into it. I'd like a copy of my 6-year-old TV commercial debut, but only because my parents were so busy with their store there aren't many pictures and no other videos of my childhood. I'd love for the Men in Black to erase the radio ad I was forced to do in my 20s. If I don't know, I can ask my dad. 20 years later, that still haunts me. I haven't spoken to him in over 10 years. Going no contact was one of the best decisions of my life. The only regret is not doing it sooner, perhaps before that ad. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Be sure to write comments and share your stories.